Welcome to Biz Wire. I'm Joseph Nordstrom in Beijing. China's President Xi Jinping leaves today on his third trip abroad as head of state, where he will spend time in Central Asia before and after the meeting of the Group of 20 Nations in St. Petersburg, Russia. Xi's travels are interpreted as a way to bolster China's trade and relationships with countries in the region and to extend Beijing's influence in an area traditionally dominated by Russia. Much of this interest is simply a play to secure oil and gas, but interactions between China and its neighbors to the west goes back millennia to the old Silk Roads. In the past decade, China has spent an enormous amount on building the infrastructure needed to bring those resources back east, where they will power China's factories and ever-growing number of cars. The Asia Times reports that in a relatively short time frame, China has launched the construction of the Kazakhstan-China three-stage oil pipeline, built the Central Asia-China gas pipeline, opened new highway routes in Tajikistan, and just recently launched a Silk Road railway that proceeds from China to Europe through Kazakhstan. Kazakhstan serves as a good example of the booming trade relationship between China and Central Asia. Despite high tariffs on Chinese goods, Kazakh trade with China hit $24 billion last year, double the amount from 2008. China now accounts for about 12% of Kazakhstan's oil exports and growing, while the European Union takes up some 72%. Like it has done in many countries, China has extended large lines of credit to Kazakhstan, backed by resources. In 2010, China allocated 2 credit lines to Kazakhstan's welfare fund and a copper miner totaling $13 billion, much of which has already been paid back. China has also lent significant funds to the State Development Bank of Kazakhstan and been involved in the construction of an aluminum plant, a hydropower project, the reconstruction of 2 oil refineries, as well as the construction of a gas chemical complex. Turkmenistan tells a similar story, as it is now by a great margin China's largest foreign supplier of natural gas. China receives over 50% of its natural gas imports from Turkmenistan. This number is set to skyrocket with the opening of a new gas field this autumn, which will then flow into the Turkmenistan-Uzbekistan-Kazakhstan-China pipeline. China surged past the EU as Central Asia's biggest trading partner in 2010 and did $40 billion in commerce with the 5-nation bloc in 2011. Much of that comes in the form of oil and gas, with 2 pipelines carrying supplies to China from Turkmenistan and Kazakhstan. Chinese officials are watching carefully as America pulls out of Afghanistan and the impact this will have on the region. Ensuring energy supplies and protecting its substantial investments rank high among China's reasons for wanting to ensure stability, Beijing's #1 priority at home and on its doorstep. You're watching Biz Wire on the Blue Ocean Network. All of our stories can be seen on our website, BON.TV/biz-wire. In just a second, we'll continue with more insight into the big picture of China's economy.